Hi, this is John Rogers. I'm the publisher of Hikes Point News. I'm here at Fern Creek Funeral Home, and I'm talking with Gail Anderson, one of the owners of the funeral home. Gail, your family's been in the funeral home business for many years.
Yep, my dad began, I guess, about 64 years ago. And I have been licensed and worked here with him for about 30 years now.
30 years, that's a lot of time.
And we've moved into the third generation. My daughter has been licensed and been with us close to a dozen years.
Is your daughter here today?
She is.
Right, will we speak with her?
Sure.
Hi.
Hi.
And how long have you been licensed as a director?
I've been licensed now since 2005, so going on 12 years.
You know, it must be a warm experience to be able to help people in this particular time. It takes a certain personality, you think, or just a...
Definitely it does. If it's not, it's a calling. If you're not meant to be in this field, you will not stay long.
And what do you find most challenging about the work here?
Probably the different personalities, because every family's different. Though it is probably most challenging, it's also probably one of the most fulfilling part by trying to understand what one family would want versus another family, because not everybody's the same. Everybody's different. So it makes it challenging because you have to figure each one out, but then it's rewarding when you do and can really help them move through the grieving process.
That's a wonderful thing. And you follow up with families. I guess they become a part of your family in some way, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And most people they just call us by our first names, and they kind of feel like they're part of our cousins and our family, so.
Yeah, well.
We're probably actually closer to some of the families than we are our own cousins, even.
Well, how is it, don't leave, working with your daughter in the business?
Oh, it's been wonderful. I feel like I've had the best of both worlds. I've been able to work with both my parents for many, many years, and mom and daughter's come right along. The funeral work, it's very personal. As Sarah was saying a minute ago, you've really got to love people. You have to meet their needs when they need you. And obviously that is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it's really good to have family to work with, because then you can understand each other's schedules and what's going on. I remember, maybe a holiday like a particular Thanksgiving that's coming to mind. We had to do that on the following Sunday because we had too much to do on Thanksgiving Day. So, it's good to have your family because you're all in it together.
It's a lot of organization, isn't it? You have to coordinate getting cars together, getting the flowers together?
It very much is coordination and logistics and making sure the timing matches and you have enough people to understand where we need to be, because you have to have a graveside service and the same time you're having a funeral service. You have to be staffed properly and have the right people with each family, so we have the right cars and everything. If not, something will fall through the cracks and that won't work. You can't do these over again.
Do you still have police escorts that come to the funeral home and escort?
Seldom. So at times there are companies that'll come into town and they'll offer that service. But usually the only time that we have police escorts are if there is, a policeman involved, or, one of their family members. But there's not really a company right now that's doing that. Actually, we're having fewer and fewer graveside services.
Really?
Less processions. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are choosing to conclude their services at the funeral home or at the church, and then they visit the gravesides after.
But you have a chapel that's as beautiful as any sanctuary in town.
I do, and we would have many chapel services, and still the majority would go to the cemetery, but many of them are choosing to conclude at the chapel.
It looks like you could hold about 300 people in your chapel.
I think it's the few manufacturers say about 325, but anywhere in that area. And of course, we've got plenty of space throughout the rest of the building.
It's huge here.
We have a lot of chairs, and we have audio throughout the entire building. So if there would be an overflow crowd, but it's quite large. I think we probably have the largest funeral home.
I believe you do. I don't think I've ever seen anything so huge. I was just taking photos in the back. I could not believe how much space.
And it's a little deceptive from the front of the building.
Well, it's huge. It looks like it's 40,000 square feet or more.
We've got 16,000 square feet
Really?
on this floor, and then there is a lounge area in a lower level. and a large casket display room. That's one thing that I've got that some funeral homes don't have now. They have families select their casket merchandise from catalogs or electronic kiosks, laptops, that type of thing. But I still have a room that has 25 to 27 caskets available that you can touch.
That is
feel, and see.
amazing. Amazing.
It's quite a stock, but I just think you need to see what you're looking at. I mean, the average person doesn't shop for funerals every day.
No.
How many times do you go look at caskets? So we've got them here.
And people are allowed to come in and bring food and relax. And
Oh yeah, food.
do people cater food to
We
here?
have people cater. We can cater for you. People can have themselves catered. We get anything from Masterson's to Mark's Feed Stores to Moe's to pizza, a lot of pizza. But any barbecue place in town has probably been here at one point or another. Just different people doing different things. The fruit markets bring stuff all the time. So.
Well, it's been a joy being with you today, and I know you're going to have many more years here because you serve the people well, and I think the community really has a lot of love for you, and I know you all really love the community.
Well, thank you, John.
Well, thanks.
Thank you.
Have a great day.